What's going on, everyone? Today we're here with Dr. Eva Beaulieu. Hopefully I said that right, ladies and gentlemen, because I hate screwing up names. But she's here today to talk about a few things that I think is very important. And also she has a makeup line. She's a physician, and we'll get to all that. So Dr. Eva, thank you for joining us on the show today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
So Dr. Eva, you're originally from Haiti, correct?
I'm from Haiti. That's right.
So tell us about Haiti, how it was growing up over there in Haiti.
Oh, wow. I have the best memories growing up in Haiti. Um, I remember great things from my childhood. I grew up there till I was 15, and I moved to the state at the age of 15, and I've been here ever since.
Okay, so Haiti has a lot of history, and recently Tariq Nasheed came out with a documentary speaking about the 1804 revolution that you guys had over there. How is that inside the history of Haiti for everyday life?
Haitians are very proud because we are the first Black nation that have gotten our independence. So because of that, we feel that how history has a lot of impact for a lot of other nations after us. We were able to change a lot of other people's history too. But growing up in Haiti, life is just normal. I mean, everybody just lives the best that they could. Just because you see what you see on TV, that's not really what you see on TV, is not really what it's like living there. Haiti has a lot of beautiful beaches, beautiful places, mountains, a lot of historic places, and a lot of great things.
So we had the earthquake that happened in Haiti a long while ago, and there's a lot of people that immigrated to the United States due to that earthquake. Do you know anybody personally that immigrated, or any family members or friends that possibly came over?
Yes, every single person has been affected by the earthquake. I still have family that lives there, my father and a lot of cousins and other family members that still live there. Fortunately for me, I moved years before, but I've also lost a lot of friends as well. I had a lot of friends from high school that lost their lives, family members that lost their lives, and I know many, many people that had to relocate to the United States.
Now, recently, Donald Trump has come out and say that he wants to possibly deport 60,000 Haitian immigrants. Did you get the news on that?
Yes, I heard.
I mean, what is the overall sentiment that's going on right now with those people, if you know anyone in that bunch?
I just feel like I feel that it's very unfortunate that these people have been put in this situation. They left Haiti after a devastating earthquake to come here for a better life. Haiti has not really recovered 100% from the earthquake. And so I can only imagine what these people are feeling like, having to go back to a country that is not necessarily 100% ready to receive them.
Now, there's a lot of people, that supposedly came in to help with that earthquake, the American Red Cross and also Hillary Clinton. But then you speak to Haitian people, and they tell you that they just stole the money and they didn't build anything. Now, how accurate is that statement?
Um, I don't really know if I can't really comment 100% on what these people did with the money, but you can actually see that billions of dollars have been sent to Haiti. However, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. A lot of places are still not built back like they used to be. And so I think that's why a lot of people have doubts as to where the money went.
Right, 'cause we did a report on Haiti actually a while ago about the American Red Cross, because the reason why we spoke about them, because here in the Houston area we dealt with Harvey and all that destruction, and the American Red Cross came into this area, and we was reporting based off of many different publications that the American Red Cross promised to build homes in Haiti, and they only built four that they could point a finger to, and the people was very upset.
Yeah, it's very obvious when you go back to Haiti that you can still see the devastation, you can still see the damages, you can still see that quite a few people still have not recovered. A lot of places still have not recovered. And so that's why many people are wondering and they have a lot of doubts as to what happened to this money because they're not able to visualize and see that there was a rebuilding.
So the people that come over from Haiti, I mean, you say they come over, some of them for a better life. What is they are pursuing when they come here? Is it different professions or business? What are they mostly going after?
Everyone does what they need to do to survive. Um, if you don't have the qualifications to remain in your career, I'm just saying if you were a lawyer in Haiti and you move here, you may not be able to practice law, but you can go back to school and study again. So it all depends on the person. I've known people personally that went back to school and got their degrees all over again just to be able to um, practice what they were doing in Haiti here in the state. And I know a lot of people who just switch their careers altogether to do something different.
Now, so you are a physician, correct?
Yes,
And what is your specialty?
internal medicine.
Internal medicine. So when you came over 15 years old, what made you want to say, you know what, I want to be into internal medicine?
I grew up with a mother who's a physician, a father who's a physician, grandparents, uncles, my mom's brother's a physician. So because I've had so many physicians around me, for me personally, that's all I've known. And so ever since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a doctor. And that never changed.
So I'm glad you said that because I've been speaking recently about legacy within definitely the black community, and some of us don't understand legacy. And what your parents did was create a legacy, and for something for you to follow, and also provide a way for you to follow it. And so, since you said your father and your mother were physicians, or just your father?
Both.
Okay, both. Okay, so you both of them were physicians. You wanted to follow in their footsteps.
Right.
You did that. Now, your spouse, what? He's a physician as well, correct?
Yes. He's an
Okay. Is he? Now, what does he practice outside of that? Is he a specialty, or what does he do?
he's ER, emergency medicine. That's
Okay, so literally, you are repeating your parents' life with having two physicians.
right. If you look at it that way, right.
All right, that's awesome. Now the thing is, I'm looking at is physicians spend a lot of time at the hospitals. How do you find time to put aside medicine and say, you know what, I'm just with my husband today? How do you do that?
Well, you find the time for the things that you want to make time for. I know that when we first got together, we were so wrapped up in our careers and trying to start up our careers that we didn't really spend a lot of the time together. And then we realized we needed to make the time. And so we kind of scaled back a little bit. I've scaled back, and so has he, so that we can dedicate the time for our family.
So by scaling back, you mean not working 24-hour shifts or working maybe 8-hour shifts, or how? What do you define scaling back?
Working 8 to 10 hour shifts and working less days in the month. That 24-hour shift business, we don't do that. That's hard. But right now, I only work 12 days a month, and I do 9 hour shifts. So that's amazing. And he works approximately 3 to 4 days a week, and he does about 10 hour shifts. So that also helps with balancing family life and work life.
Well, it definitely it's the schedule that you mentioned does help because with the children they don't understand all that physician. All they know is mommy and daddy.
Right, right,
So with the kids, how is it acclimated with the children? Because we all know that kids take a lot of your time.
right.
So how does that work out with the kids?
So what we do, me and him, is we create a schedule between the two of us that allow us to be around for the children. So if I have to be at work one day, he will try his best to not work that day to allow one of us to be with the children. So we're always with the kids. If it's not me, it's him with the kids.
Well, and that's great that you do that because I'm a firm believer of parents being in the lives of their children. And because, when they grow up, and like I said, I got one in college right now, it happens so fast. And it's like you can't get that time back. So, it's great that you guys are doing that. Now, how about your makeup line, dramaticallyreal.com? I checked it out. And I was very impressed about the overall presentation of what I saw. It looked no different than I would probably see on a Sephora or Lancome website. So it states that it's specialty lipsticks.
Right.
What makes your lipsticks considered being specialty over maybe a MAC?
Because my business partner and I, we decided to create something that was high quality yet fun and exotic. Because it's enriched with vitamin E, vitamin C, it's long lasting. We also have glistening lip sets. We have different options, and it's for women of all walks of life.
Yeah, and I seen that on the website that you had, women of all races on there, and they were wearing the lipsticks, and it worked out fine. Now, I was actually talking to my wife, and I'll say, hey, they got a lipstick that you could put on, and it won't even come off. I mean, can you talk about that particular lipstick?
It's called the Pro Fresh Matte, and that's what I'm actually wearing right now. And if I rub it off, you can see that there's nothing. It doesn't come off. We are so busy with life as women that sometimes we want to take care of ourselves. And we decided to create this line to allow women to still be able to apply their lipsticks, go about our day, eat, drink, do what you have to do, and never need to worry about reapplying. And so that's where the Pro Fresh Matte came about.
So when they eat it, don't come off. They don't have to worry about it getting on their teeth.
No.
Okay, none of that. So you can just put it on, go by your day. And I saw that you had to have buy a special separate product to take it off.
Yes.
Okay, so make sure I'll put the links in the website so you ladies can go try that out. Also, fellas, it's okay for you to buy your ladies lipstick. If certain things they're not wearing, I've learned as a husband, sometimes just buy it for them and just encourage them to wear it. And then sometimes they wear it a little more for some reason. Now, let's talk about your business partner. I've seen her on the website as well. This is a black-owned business. And how are you competing with the rest of the major brands? I mean, is your name out there, pretty much? Are we going to see it more in places like Macy's, etc.?
Well, for Dramatically Real, Kendra and I, we do see expansion into other markets, but we want to make sure that we remain a lipstick and all lips and everything lips um, brand. And so we're not really trying to do anything outside of lips.
And that's good that you're doing that. And if anytime you're good at something, stick with it. Because the moment sometimes people tell you, "Oh, why don't you do something else?" and sometimes it screws up. For me, I definitely want to make sure to let others know, and I may even let some other people know that also make videos. That hey, go to this website, check it out, and support two black women that's putting out a decent product. Because I'm a firm believer of supporting black-owned businesses. But our biggest issue, Dr. Eva, is that we just don't know a lot of times that we have great black people out there that's offering things for us to use, and not just us, just anybody. Just a great product, and we just don't know, and that's just a sad part about it.
Right. I agree.
So outside of being a physician, being a mom, being a wife, and being a business owner, where do you find the time just for you?
That's a very tough one. My family means everything to me.
Mm-hmm.
Spending time with the kids is what makes me happy. And so I consider that my time. When I spend time with them, I shut off the computers, the phones, no calls, no emails, none of that. And I just spend that quality time with the kids. That makes me fulfilled. It makes me feel as if I'm doing something right. And then once in a while, I have to do something for me by myself. I do find the time. I create the time to do things. Either go get my nails done, my hair done, go to the gym, things like that.
Yeah, because I know I can, when I'm so busy doing, things here, like I said, being a husband, being a dad, and multiple other things I have going on. That's why I try to find the time to do it all. It seemed like 24 hours is not enough time.
Exactly. There's so much going on during the day that the time goes by so fast. And with three young kids, it could be very overwhelming sometimes.
Okay, well, what's the age of your children?
9, 6, and 4.
Oh, that's good ages because wait till they become 16, 14, and maybe 12.
Does it get
Then it's really gonna get interesting because then they're gonna have so much opinion for you, and nothing you say is matters like it used to. Oh boy, teenagers gonna be fun for you.
fast?
To make sure you say a lot of prayers at that time period. You don't put your hair out with them kids. But Dr. Eva, I definitely thank you for joining us on the show today. It was great talking to you and hearing about your life and definitely about the makeup line. I think that's awesome. So, ladies, please support. And fellas, if you want your lady to wear nice lipsticks, it's okay to you to go buy it as well. There's nothing wrong with that. Dr. Eva, where can people contact you? If they possibly want to ask you questions, because some people may be inspired to want to ask you about the medical profession.
You can contact me on Instagram. It's dr.evab. So that's dr.evab. Or for the lipstick line, you can contact us at dramaticallywillyou@gmail.com.
All right, so make sure to contact Dr. Eva about medicine or makeup, and she would definitely lead you in the right direction. So definitely thank you for joining us on the show. Your husband, I know he's a hardworking man, and the kids are just awesome. So it's just great to hear great families.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. I appreciate it.